the Magic Paintbrush of Imagination. In the colorful town of Artdale, renowned for its vibrant art scene and creative spirits, lived a young and aspiring artist named Leo. Leo had a passion for painting, but he often found himself struggling to bring his imaginative visions to life on the canvas. Despite his struggles, Leo never lost his drive to become a great artist like those who adorned the galleries of Artdale. One day, while exploring an old art supply shop on the outskirts of town, Leo stumbled upon a peculiar paintbrush tucked away in a dusty corner. The brush had an ornate handle, adorned with intricate designs that seemed to shimmer under the shop's dim lights. Intrigued, Leo decided to purchase the brush, unaware of the magic it held. That evening, in the quiet of his small studio, Leo began to paint with the newfound brush. As he dipped the bristles into the paint and swept them across the canvas, he noticed something extraordinary. The colors were more vivid than usual, and the strokes seemed to dance with a life of their own. Captivated by this mysterious effect, Leo poured his heart and soul into his painting, working tirelessly through the night. By dawn, he had created a mesmerizing scene of a lush forest, so lifelike it felt as if one could step right into it. Exhausted but exhilarated, Leo finally stepped back to admire his work. To his amazement, the forest painting began to stir. Leaves rustled in the painted breeze, birds flitted among the branches, and a gentle stream flowed with crystal-clear water. The painting had come to life right before his eyes. Leo couldn't believe what he was witnessing. The magic paintbrush had turned his imagination into reality, creating a living, breathing masterpiece. He reached out to touch the canvas, half expecting his hand to pass through into the forest, but it remained just a painting to the touch. As the sun rose, casting a warm glow through the studio window, Leo pondered the power of the paintbrush. He realized that the magic did not just lie in the brush itself, but in the effort and creativity he had poured into his art. Excited by the endless possibilities, Leo decided to keep the paintbrush's magic a secret. He wanted to explore its powers further and understand how to harness its potential fully. He knew that with this magical tool, he could create wondrous works of art, but only if he continued to put in genuine effort and creativity. That day, as the people of Artdale went about their lives, unaware of the magic that had unfolded in Leo's studio, Leo began planning his next masterpiece. He was determined to push the boundaries of his imagination and see what other marvels he could create with the magic paintbrush. As the days passed, Leo's studio became a sanctuary of magical creations. With each stroke of the magic paintbrush, he brought to life scenes of enchanting forests, tranquil beaches, and bustling cityscapes. The magic, Leo noticed, was more potent when he dedicated time and true creativity into his work. Quick, thoughtless sketches remained just that, but paintings crafted with care and passion sprang to life in mesmerizing detail. Word of Leo's extraordinary talent began to spread throughout Artdale. People from all over town visited his studio, hoping to catch a glimpse of his stunning art. They marveled at the lifelike quality of his paintings, unaware of the true magic behind them. Leo reveled in the admiration but kept the secret of the magic paintbrush closely guarded, fearing it might fall into the wrong hands or be misused. One afternoon, as Leo pondered his next creation, a young girl named Ava visited his studio. Ava, known in the neighborhood for her boundless curiosity and bright spirit, was instantly drawn to Leo's paintings. "How do you make them look so real?" she asked, her eyes wide with wonder. Leo, seeing the genuine intrigue in Ava's eyes, decided to share a small part of his secret. "These paintings come to life because I pour my heart into them," he said. "Art is not just about what you see, it's about what you feel and imagine." Ava listened intently, her mind brimming with questions and ideas. Inspired by Ava's curiosity, Leo decided to create a painting especially for her. He asked her to describe her favorite place, and Ava spoke of a magical garden she had dreamed of, filled with colorful flowers, singing birds, and a sparkling pond. Her description was vivid and detailed, and Leo could see the garden clearly in his mind's eye. Over the next few days, Leo worked on the painting for Ava. He poured his skill and imagination into every brushstroke, creating a garden that was a mirror of Ava's dream. When he finally revealed the finished painting to her, Ava was speechless. The garden was alive with flowers gently swaying in the breeze and birds chirping melodiously. It was as if her dream had been brought to life. Ava's joy and gratitude were immense. "You've made my dream real," she whispered, her eyes shining with tears. This moment was a turning point for Leo. He realized that his art could bring happiness and wonder to others, not just as beautiful images, but as living embodiments of their dreams and imaginations. Emboldened by this revelation, Leo began to use his magic paintbrush to create paintings for others in Artdale. Each painting was tailored to the dreams and stories of its recipient, bringing joy and wonder to their lives. From children's fantasies to adults' cherished memories, Leo's paintings became treasures in Artdale, symbols of hope and imagination. As Leo continued to create, he never lost sight of the lesson he had learned, that the true magic of his art came from his effort, creativity, and the desire to bring joy to others. The magic paintbrush was merely a tool. The real power lay in his heart and imagination. As summer blossomed in Artdale, Leo's studio turned into a haven of dreams and fantasies. People from far and wide visited, each hoping to commission a painting that would bring their deepest desires to life. Leo, with his magic paintbrush, worked tirelessly, instilling each canvas with the essence of his patrons' hopes and dreams. Despite the joy his paintings brought to others, Leo began to feel a growing sense of weariness. The constant demand for his magical art started to take its toll. He realized he was no longer painting for himself, but for the expectations of others. The magic of the paintbrush, once a source of wonder and discovery, now felt like a heavy responsibility. One quiet evening, as Leo sat in his studio surrounded by unfinished canvases, he pondered the path his art had taken. He missed the days when he painted purely from his heart, exploring his imagination without constraints. It was then that he decided to close his studio for a few days and retreat to a quiet place where he could reconnect with his passion for painting. Leo chose a secluded spot in the countryside away from the bustle of Artdale. There, amidst rolling hills and under the vast open sky, he set up his easel and began to paint. Without the pressure of pleasing others, Leo found his true creative spirit reawakening. He painted landscapes that mirrored his emotions, scenes that captured the tranquility of nature, and abstract pieces that reflected his inner thoughts. As he painted, something remarkable happened. The magic of the paintbrush, which had seemed to wane, returned stronger than ever. The scenes on his canvas came to life, not just in appearance, but in spirit. Birds in his paintings sang sweeter songs, the painted sunsets glowed with a deeper warmth, and the stars twinkled with a brighter light. The magic had not faded. It had only been waiting for Leo to rediscover his love for art. During his time away, Leo realized the importance of staying true to oneself. He understood that while it was fulfilling to create for others, he must not lose sight of his own artistic journey. The magic paintbrush was a gift, but its true power was unlocked by his passion, creativity, and authenticity. With this newfound understanding, Leo returned to Artdale, his heart and mind rejuvenated. He reopened his studio, but with a new approach. He set aside time to work on personal projects ensuring that his own artistic growth remained a priority. The residents of Artdale, who had missed Leo's magical paintings, welcomed him back with open arms. They noticed a change in his art. It was as if each piece held a deeper meaning, a reflection of the artist's soul. Leo's paintings became more sought after than ever, not just for their magical qualities, but for the genuine emotions they evoked. As word of Leo's return and his renewed art spread, more people came to visit, not just to request paintings, but to experience the beauty and emotion that Leo captured in his work. They saw not just the magic of the paintbrush, but the magic of an artist who painted with his heart. In the heart of Artdale, Leo's studio once again became a beacon of creativity and inspiration, but with a newfound balance. Leo continued to use the magic paintbrush to bring joy to others, but he also dedicated time to explore his own artistic journey. The community began to notice that each of Leo's creations, whether for himself or for others, was imbued with a deeper sense of authenticity and emotion. One day, a young boy named Tommy visited the studio. He had heard about Leo's magical paintings and wanted to see them for himself. Leo welcomed Tommy and showed him around, explaining the stories behind each piece. Tommy was captivated, not just by the lifelike quality of the paintings, but by the feelings they evoked. "I wish I could be an artist like you," Tommy said wistfully, "but I can't even draw a straight line." Leo smiled, placing a gentle hand on Tommy's shoulder. Being an artist isn't about drawing straight lines or perfect shapes. It's about expressing what you feel and imagine. It's about putting a part of yourself into your creations. Start with your heart, and your hands will follow. Encouraged by Leo's words, Tommy picked up a brush and began to paint. Leo watched as the boy's initial hesitation gave way to a flow of creativity. The painting was simple, a depiction of Tommy's house with his family standing outside, but it was created with genuine emotion and care. To Tommy's amazement and delight, his painting came to life under the guidance of Leo's magic paintbrush. The figures smiled and waved, the sun in the painting shone brightly, and the trees swayed gently. Tommy's joy was uncontainable. "I did it! I really did it!" he exclaimed. Leo's heart swelled with pride. This moment was a vivid reminder of why he loved being an artist, the ability to inspire and ignite the spark of creativity in others. "You see, Tommy, the magic isn't just in the brush. It's in you," Leo said, his eyes twinkling. As time went on, Leo's reputation as both an artist and a mentor grew. His studio became a place where people of all ages came not only to witness magical paintings, but also to learn and be inspired. Leo held workshops, teaching the fundamentals of art and encouraging his students to express themselves freely. Through his journey with the magic paintbrush, Leo had learned invaluable lessons. He understood that true art comes from the heart, that creativity thrives with authenticity, and that the greatest joy as an artist comes from inspiring others. Leo's paintings, both magical and non-magical, continued to touch the hearts of those in Artdale and beyond. And the magic paintbrush, once a source of burden, became a symbol of the boundless possibilities that lie within the imagination and the rewards of hard work and dedication. The story of Leo and his magic paintbrush became a cherished tale in Artdale, passed down through generations. It served as a reminder that within every person lies the potential for creativity and wonder, and that the true magic of art is in its ability to connect, inspire, and bring to life the deepest parts of our souls.